Well, good evening, Panther fans, and thanks for joining us for the Lee Doty Coaches Show, brought to you by Benoit Ford in Farmerville. I'm Ben Hackler with Coach Doty, and Coach, we're going to get right to it tonight. You guys are going to take on the Baker Buffaloes. But before we talk about that game, let's talk about last week's game with Wasserman. Your Panthers come up big, winners, 41-28. Haven't had about a week or so to look back. What were your thoughts on that ball game?
Well, I thought it was a must-win situation for our guys. We had to win that game to host a playoff game in the first round. It kind of went kind of how we thought it would in the first half there, and our kids came out and played really well. But man, we had some crazy things happen opening of the second half that I had never been part of before. So, the main thing is we came out on top. I thought our kids did exactly what we had to do to win the ball game, and just very happy for them.
Well, Coach, offensively, you guys found a lot of success on the ground, going over 400 yards rushing on the night. Of course, Tremel led the way with over 200 yards. And then your fullback, Brody Belanger, picked up another 100-yard game with 3 scores. And so how important is for you at this point? I know we're heading in around one of the playoffs. How important is it for those two guys to be getting better each week?
Well, it's extremely important because, that's just what we do. We can talk about other things. We can practice other things, but unless we get the ground game going, we're not very effective. So it's good to see them get going. And, we knew Tremel is going to have a breakout game. And, I think he's going to have a couple more before this thing's over.
Well, Coach, as we talk about their success, of course, none of that can happen without those guys up front. And as that unit continues to improve, I know you're getting settled in. Of course, you got Magoo moving back to center after some injuries early to some other guys. As that unit improves, what are you most pleased with right now from your offensive line?
Just being able to play more than 5 guys, having a little depth now. The injuries kind of limited us in what we could do there for several weeks, but we got most guys back. We got them all back now, and we're pretty healthy, and being able to rest some of those guys, and a 12-play drive would take a lot out of the offensive lineman. So being able to play 7 or 8 guys is kind of what we planned on earlier in the year, and seeing it happening right now when you need it the most is, it makes you excited.
Well, Coach, your offense had some success. I want to talk about your special teams just for a moment before we talk about the defense. Special teams, kind of an up-and-down night. I know we missed a field goal early and then had the kick return for a touchdown to open the second half. But you also had 2 big plays on punt. And can you just talk us through both those plays where the Wasserman player touches the ball and your guys were there to recover?
Well, I'm not so sure that it's something that our kids should be happy about or the Wasserman coaches should just absolutely be, decimated about. That don't happen a whole lot. And, both of them were big plays and we capitalized on one of those turnovers, I believe. And, but you don't see that happen a whole lot on any level of football. So it happened when we needed it the most. We had talked about not getting many breaks this year. Maybe the tables are starting to turn.
Well, Coach, defensively, it really was a pretty good night for you guys. I think Wasserman had about 170 yards at the half, and they finished with like 220, 230. So you had a really good night defensively. What were the keys to keeping Wasserman kind of bottled up for most of the night?
Well, just tackling, man. We're tackling better, and we're doing things that we're supposed to do, and our young DBs are getting better, but I think mainly it's tackling, just being in the right spot and making plays. And we've worked really hard on that, and it's taken us 10 weeks to get where we are, and hopefully it's going to pay off here these next 5 weeks.
Well, Coach, you mentioned that tackling, and I think the other aspect of that has been the mental toughness that we're starting to see from your team as a whole, and defensively in particular. You talked about that first or second half coming out, kind of the first 27 seconds, kind of the worst football or something you've never been a part of happening that fast. Of course, we give up the 80-yard touchdown return and then have a fumble on the goal line. They recover for a touchdown. You're up 21-6, and all of a sudden it's 22-21. As your defense kind of gets ready to go back out, what are you telling those guys about the ball game and where we are?
Well, you tell them that you can either fold now or you can suck it up and let's go. I can tell you right now, week 3, we'd lost that football game. I'm just going to be honest with you about it. And, but our kids have grown, and they've been through the adversity. Now they know how to face it. They know how to deal with it, and it's just a young team that's hopefully growing up at the right time.
Well, Coach, you mentioned them kind of growing up at the right time. Over the last few weeks on the defensive side of the football, you've made some personnel changes, and you've got a lot more guys you're rotating in on that side. What have you seen from your guys the last few weeks that's enabling you to get more guys involved?
Well, I mean, you got guys that's working hard in practice, and you got guys that's going out when they get their opportunity and making plays. And, being able to rotate, those guys in the secondary and at linebacker and defensive line, it does several things for you. It makes practice still interesting because everybody knows if you go out here and work hard, you're going to get to play. It makes practice competitive because everybody's trying to fight to get reps. And it provides you with a base of new guys that you can start with next year that's already been in the fire. So it's very important for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations on that win last week. Of course, got your team back to 500. And coming off that win, how are you feeling about your team as we head off into the playoffs beginning this week?
I feel really good about our team, and we've had a good week of practice. And I think that we're ready to make a run. And I think our kids understand that it's win or go home now. So there are no second chances. Being from here on out, there are no opportunities to get better. And either you win or it's over. So I think our kids understand the position they're in, and I think we're going to be okay.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on that. We do have a player of the week we want to mention, brought to you by First Security Title of Monroe. Coach, who was your player of the week this week?
We're going to let Tremel Colvin. He's going to be our player of the week. He did a great job for us. 32 carries, I believe, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tremel just, he's going to be better when the playoffs start, man. He's just getting better, and we're excited about what's supposed to happen with him.
Well, congratulations to Tremel. Again, that player of the week brought to you by First Security Title of Monroe. Well, Coach, as you close the page on that, round one of the playoffs is here. The playoff picture, of course, last week, as we played on Thursday, kind of had to wait for Friday to take place. Things were a little bit fuzzy. And as you guys looked at the games that were going to be played and even into Saturday morning, looked at the ratings, did things kind of shake out for us the way that you guys expected?
Well, it's always a surprise, how things go. I think the biggest surprise to me is playing the type of schedule that we played and our strength factor being so high and still having, a 14 seed. You go up 4 or 5, even 6 spots, maybe even all the way to number 6. And you look at the strength factor, which it always seemed to play a lot bigger role in your seeding than it has this year. You wonder, does the strength of schedule really matter anymore, or does just wins matter? So it's just one of them things, I promise you, there's several teams in front of us that just to be honest with you, they don't want none.
Right.
And I'm just, I was little surprised that we ended up where we were, just to be honest with you, with our strength of schedules. Especially, we picked up 16 points last week with our win and the other teams. I mean, that's a good night. And so, yeah, I was a little surprised where we're at. But, once it came out, I'm happy where we're at and ecstatic about getting opportunities that we're about to get.
Yeah, and Coach, I'll say it just because everybody else is thinking it. When the bracket came out, I think the one that everybody circled, you got to get through this week, no doubt. But the one everybody circled was the rematch in round 2 with Union. And I know your players would look forward to that matchup, and one that is anticipated for sure. But we've got to take it, as you said, one game at a time. Ball games come and go, and you don't have time to overlook anybody right now.
Yeah, that's true. But, Baker's got a talented bunch coming in here, and we'll have to be on top of our game. But, let's put it where it really is. I mean, the Sterlington Union game shouldn't be happening in the second round.
That's right.
And, we're going to make the best of it. But, that game should be played later on. I got to sit here and think that Union Parish is sitting there looking at the bracket and saying, how did that happen? You work hard. You're the 3 seed, and the first playoff game you get is Sterling. and so we kind of looking around at our guys thinking the same thing, how did this happen? So, but it is what it is. And, we hope that we make that phone call Saturday morning to Coach Spat and get some film traded and do our part over here to make that game happen.
Well, Coach, the Panthers are the number 14 seed, and they will face the Baker Buffaloes. You guys moved the kickoff up to 6 on Friday night. And is that you just look at the weather, trying to get it in and get started early?
Well, we tried our best to play Thursday night, but those guys can only do what the administration allows them to do, and but at the time we didn't realize the weather was coming in like it is. So we're hoping to get this thing going and get most of it played before we get bad weather. So it's just something, you live in the South, especially Louisiana. This is just something you deal with a lot. So. And hey, man, we may need a rain game. We may need to go out there and play some in the rain and get used to it. So, but yes, we're playing at 6 early. So 2 reasons, hopefully beat some rain, and number 2, to get them on the road earlier to go home.
Well, Coach, they do come in with a 5-5 record, the number 19 seed. I believe we've seen Baker at least once before. I believe it was your first year in the playoffs. They brought a team in similar to the team that's coming in tonight. They come in 5-5 tonight, but they were 3-8. The last time we played, and really kind of gave you some challenges until you were able to pull away late in that ball game. As you looked at them on film, what are your thoughts on who the Buffaloes are this year?
Well, I can tell you this: that was the best 3-8 team we'd ever played. Them guys were good, and they still got those same type of dudes. So we just we got a good game plan, and this is what our plan is: just go win. And that's the plan. It's nothing extravagant. We want to go win. We may look sloppy doing it. We may not appease everybody by not throwing the ball 500 times a game, but we're just going to win. And we get that done, then we move on to round 2.
Well, Coach, as Bill said, and their offense, they kind of come in with a spread. I think you and I and others have talked about quarterback seems to be a place. They play a lot of guys at quarterback. I don't know that I've seen a team field as many quarterbacks as what we'll probably see from the Buffaloes on Friday night. And so as you look at kind of what they do, what do you want to see from your defense this week?
Well, they got a big guy that plays quarterback, runs the ball a lot. I'd like to see us tackle that guy at the line of scrimmage, not let him get rolling and, jump on his back and let him carry us for 10 yards. But I'd like to see us tackle at the line of scrimmage and force a lot of punts.
Well, Coach, for their defense, they're going to bring you a 4-man front, a couple linebackers, and some the 5 secondary guys. Offensively, what are you looking to do, and where do you think the opportunities are?
Well, we want to get Dylan a lot of snaps tomorrow night. I think he's the guy that we're excited about with the future, and he's going to play both ways tomorrow night. And I told him the other day at practice, Bub, you just might as well get used to it. This is what you're going to do. You're going to be a 2-way player for as long as you're here at Sterlington, probably. So maybe get Dylan, out there, get him a lot of snaps, let him manage the game, and just cut him loose every once in a while, see what he can do.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the weather. It's supposed to be a lot cooler or dropping as we kick off tonight with a chance of rain during the ball game. As you guys have looked at the forecast, I know you talked about trying to move the game and all those things. How do you prep your guys for the wet weather? Of course, the ball security thing has kind of been something that we've had some trouble with. So how have you approached that this week, especially with the wet weather?
Well, maybe we're the wet weather type guys that don't fumble. We certainly didn't do very well in dry weather. So, we'll give this wet weather thing a shot, and maybe we'll surprise everybody. What do you think?
Hey, I like it, Coach. I like it. Well, as far as the rest of your guys, I know sometimes the kids look at the weather and see it cold. And how do you kind of get their minds off of what the weather will be and just taking care of the job that's at hand?
Well, first thing that's very important, we'll talk to our starters today about it, is still you got to hydrate. People look at it's going to be cool and they think they don't have to hydrate their body, but we need to make sure we're hydrated, and we also need to make sure, and we'll talk about this again today. Don't overdress. Just don't overdress, and but it's going to be cooler. We always think it's a tough guy contest when it gets cold. Some guys like it, some guys don't. So, this will be our first cold game of the year if it holds. So we're excited about that. I worry more about the coaches being, cold on the sideline than I do the players. Them guys are young, but I'm trying to figure out what all I can put on.
Yeah, well, Coach, we'll definitely be rooting for you to stay warm as we're in the booth tomorrow night for sure.
I know you will.
Well, Coach, any what are the keys to this week? What are the two or three things we've got to do this week to make sure that we're in that W column and headed to Union next week?
Well, I mean, first we got to tackle well. Those backs, they're slippery and they can get away from you, but we got to tackle well. I'd love to just dominate up front on both sides of the ball, and I'd like Forrest to play pretty good on special teams. We don't have to be perfect, but I'd like Forrest to be really, really close to perfect tomorrow night. So, those things, we don't do all those. And I definitely know we'll be getting on these Yellow Dogs next week going over to Union Parish.
Well, Coach, any words for our fans that are coming out tonight or be watching online?
Well, I mean, I know that it's going to be rough out here, but I hope we have some people show up, man. These kids have worked hard, and, this is a home playoff game, and our seniors will be ready to go, and we're excited about it. So hope everybody comes out, man. As always, go Panthers.
All right, Panther fans, you've heard it from Coach Doty. This Friday night or tonight, Sterlington versus Baker, 6 p.m. Please note that time change. Kickoff will be at 6 p.m. right here in Panther Stadium. If you can't make it, you can catch us on YouTube beginning at 5:15. And then pregame show at 5:45, kickoff at 6 p.m. Be sure to check out our website, shspantherfootball.com. Highlight videos, game replays, and more. You can also find the link for the live stream on that website. As always, we hope you have a great week. Hope to see you tonight in Panther Stadium or online. Have a great week.
We gonna light it up. Look, she won't put that on me, put it on. Come and pull up on me, make sure that they don't. We gon' from night to all the way to the morning. I had to tell it right. Say them claim they gon' down me. Boy, you got me. We gon' split your head, yeah. Did my first drill with beef, pulled down the street, tryna paint red. You talk that and stand on that, better be bout what you said. Wanna love fights inside the face. These got this won't come put it on me. No one know I gon' see. Know I'm coming, she don't get no money. Like I step it back to back, I got her wet like a fountain. I picked that up, she said on down me. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. Boys try me, I bet I paint the city red. Your mama call her face. Bet you she just saw pay. Active, leave out bust. Go for down, we say. Pockets got money. plus I got it on me. This needs some Vaseline, cause she acting like she don't see. Fireworks need an A to graduate, I got a K with me. You don't understand, need an L address, that K gon' get it working from the street. Through my whole life I had to beat by dirty guns, cause it's a wall, say that they gon' pop our feet. Yeah, we wet your feet, we play for keeps. Inside that water ain't no sleep, so you best to have your heat. I ain't never played around with my nose, point to a ball, getting full of jokes. I know you know, it's deep.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.
Well, good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to this Friday night early edition of Your Panther Football, brought to you by our premier sponsor, McDonald's. We're here tonight for round one of the Division III playoffs between your Sterlington Panthers and the Baker Buffaloes out of Baker, Louisiana. Will, good night to be here. A little rain kind of coming in. Looks like it stopped for a moment, but it's good to get playoffs underway tonight.
Yeah, right now, just you and I are looking at that radar. Looks like it's kind of split and avoided us so far. My main concern is we don't want any lightning tonight. No delays, please. But, the temperature is going to drop tonight, probably getting the high 50s toward the end of the game. But interesting matchup, Ben. Baker Buffalo's coming here. They play in District 2, District 6 2A out of Baton Rouge. And so, of course, with the new divisions, you do have some 2A teams and 3A teams playing in the same division. But, some hardcore Panther fans might remember Baker came up here in 2017, opening round playoff game, and that team, one thing about it, very athletic. Their offense, they'd work the edges, they'd take you downfield. Remember, they had a real big fullback, kind of hit you in the middle. Defensively, there was no defense. I think the final score was Panthers 63, Baker 30. Yeah. I believe was the final score, and I'm just telling you, these guys, they're going to have some athletes that's going to try to work that edge on you. And one thing I do remember, outstanding band, and I see they are in the stands tonight. But I remember they put on a show, so I hope they're still, cranking it out like before.
Yeah, Baker does come in 5-5, much like the Panthers tonight, coming in 5-5. And really a game that, as coach and them looked at film this week, coaches at Sterlington felt pretty confident about, hoping to have some success, kind of just being who we are. And, at week 11, you're not really looking for anything new, just kind of cleaning up still what you've done. But there's not much time, as Coach Doty said in our pregame interview, not much time to clean anything else up. You do it now or you stay home next week.
That's exactly right. The one thing, the weather gives you a little bit of an X factor tonight. If this rain stays out of here, it will not be a factor. But, look, it's no secret. We've had trouble holding on to the ball. So, tonight it needs to just be an extra effort to make sure you hold on to that ball tonight and limit the penalties.
Yeah. Well, and I know you missed this in our interview a minute ago. Coach Doty actually told me that he figures maybe we're just a team that handles the wet ball better. We've tried the dry ball and things haven't gone so well. Maybe tonight, with it being a little wet, maybe that'll be the difference maker.
Well, we were talking about it before the game. We kind of get in a system of what we wear. Kind of don't want to jinx the team, and I've tried every combination possible, and there's no consistency. So I think maybe inconsistency might be the consistency we need, but maybe that's what it is. We just need a wet ball to try. Who knows, man? I'm up for anything at this point.
Absolutely. Well, both teams are in the end zones getting ready to come out. We'll wait for Baker to make their way to the sideline, or they may be waiting on us. I never know how these things go. But Sterlington's got that blue smoke rolling down there. They are wearing black pants, gray jerseys, white numbers, black helmets tonight. Baker in the black pants, red stripe with the white jerseys and the red helmets tonight. And hopefully get this thing underway and see a great ball game tonight. Panthers offensively and defensively, you just want to see your guys continue to have the success they had last week, especially that offensive line and the big cat, Brody Belanger, and Tremel Colvin.
Yeah, again, you want to peak at the right time. I don't know, we just seem to be just one little step off. Maybe this is where it starts. Folks, this is the next season. We always talked about regular season, district, and then playoffs. Well, we're at the end. We're in the playoffs at this point. So, last week Coach Doty said it was a playoff game because we were playing for a home game, so we won that one. And as far as he's concerned, this is week number 2 of the playoffs.
That's exactly right.
If you don't make it happen tonight, that's the end of it. So
that's right.
Your back's against the wall, and really expect these Panthers to respond well tonight.
Yeah, I know Coach said they had a really good week of practice, felt like his guys were focused. And I think one of the challenges tonight for Sterlington is to not be peeking down the road. I talked to Coach Doty this afternoon, and one of the things he said is it's really weird for both teams, for Sterlington and for Baker, to know who your next opponent will be already. Never played a playoff quite like this. So, Panther fans, we're going to take the quick break, and while the national anthem and prayer happen, and we'll be back to get you the coin toss and the kickoff in just a few moments. All right. Panther fans, we're back. Prayer, national anthem are behind us. Team captains tonight will be number 16, Mason Lawhon, number 9, John Barr, number 34, Kellen Hall, and number 60, Ian Magoo. For the Baker Buffaloes, looks like it will be number 90. That's Michael Edwards. Number 17, Montez Covington. Number 2, Jacoby Butler. And number 1, Samaje Duncan. Let's talk about that Panther defense just for a moment. Will, we got a chance to talk about the offense, wanting to see Belanger, Colvin, Lawhon, those guys kind of get rolling. Defensively, you really want to see more of the same. We've really had some guys who've stepped up the last few weeks. I talked to Coach Doty about the number of players that he's got rotating in there now on defense. And, I really something we didn't expect to have, especially after that first few weeks when things were kind of trending in the wrong direction. Now you've got, 14, 15 guys that are getting good snaps and good reps on defense.
Yeah, that's one good thing we've seen as the season has gone on. That plus the tackling has improved dramatically. You really kind of got these guys settled into their positions now. You got your defensive line pretty much set. But in that secondary, I think that was where we needed the most help in getting guys settled in. And, we've got Dylan Downs and Sam Frazier, a freshman, has really stepped up at those cornerback positions and gone with Max Reisinger over the free safety position along with Travis Adams. So I think that's been solidified, and we've got 2 or 3 guys that can rotate in there as well.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like Baker has won the toss and elects to receive. That's kind of what Sterlington would have chosen anyway, so that works well in the Panthers' favor. They like to put that defense on the field first and get the ball to come out in the second half. So, Panther fans, that's going to get us set. We've got about 1 more minute, I think, until kickoff. While everybody gets set, we're going to take a quick 30-second break and be right back with first quarter action here in Panther Stadium.
Do business with us. Do better with us. That's our pledge to you at Cross Keys Bank. For 120 years, we've been a locally owned bank committed to communities, customer relationships, and better banking than you expect. And talk about convenience, our Sterlington branch is right next door. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. We're proud to support the Sterlington Panthers and to bring you the best that banking has to offer. Cross Keys Bank, member FDIC.
Panther fans, we're back. First quarter brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Aiden Parker has it teed up, getting set to kick it away for the Panthers with the David Bryant and EXP team kickoff. All right, everybody gets set. Waiting on the whistle, and there it is. And round 1 of Division III playoffs is underway. High kick over towards the near sideline. That'll be number 1. Duncan take it back about his 10-yard line, trying to find some room upfield. Travis Adams will get his hands on him up to about the 26, and that's where the Baker Buffaloes will begin on offense. Let's get that starting defense for those Panthers brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. The defensive ends tonight, number 10, Javarius Himes, and number 34, Kellen Hall. Defensive tackles, number 48, Jackson Moore, and number 58, Aaliyah Logo. Linebackers, number 98, Amari Hatfield. Number 3, Jackson King. Number 7, Dylan Underwood. The corners, number 2, Dylan Downs, and number 30, Sam Frazier. Safeties, number 5, Travis Adams, and number 17, Max Reisinger. That starting lineup brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Looks like Maddox Bryan actually will get the start at safety tonight. Panther defense getting set. Buffalo's in a shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. There's the snap. That'll be Edwards, the number 90, the quarterback, with the handoff to, I believe that's number 11, Johnson, for a 1-yard gain.
Little inside handoff.
Actually, no gain on that. I'm sorry, Will.
Yeah, no gain. Yeah, absolutely. A little inside handoff. Kellen Hall and Dylan Underwood in on that stop. Going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Buffaloes at their own 26-yard line.
Buffaloes break the huddle. Edwards and Johnson in the backfield. The tailback behind the quarterback. 2 receivers again to the far side. H-back set to the near side. Now sends, actually that's going to be offsides against the Panthers, and that'll give 5 free yards to the Buffaloes and bring up 2nd down 5. Yeah, a night like tonight, you don't want to give free yards
No, you absolutely don't. You know, that's not how Coach Doty wanted to start that off. Buffalo was kind of taking their time there.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking back to the Oak Grove game. You know, we watched Oak Grove kind of run a hurry up with two different formations, and you and I talked about that, how they were able to do that. Buffalo's actually are running a spread, but running the plays in from the sideline. They'll go two tight, H-back near side, one receiver to the far side. Johnson and Edwards in the backfield. Edwards calls for it. There's a snap, looking for a quick hitter. Now he's going to run. And he's going to be tackled up near the 35. Believe that'll bring up a third down. Tonight, third down brought to you by Bears Towing.
I believe that was Max Reisinger got in on that initial contact actually it was Dylan Underwood got him low. And Ben, give us the stats on this guy. How big is he?
I believe he's 6'1", 268, I believe is what I saw
He's not your typical quarterback. Underwood did the right thing, took him down low. He picked up 4 on that carry, sets up a third down and 1 from the 35 of the Buffaloes.
Two receivers go to the far side, same formation for the Buffaloes. Edwards gets them set, now calls for it. I'm going to have a false start against the Buffaloes. That'll back them up 5 yards and bring up third down and 6. Again, third down brought to you by Bears Towing.
Yeah, number 41, Traylon Batley was moving. He's over on that in that slot position. He'd move the same time as the tailback, so they'll back him up 5 yards. It's going to set up a third down and 6 for the Buffaloes. The ball is on the 30-yard, their own 30-yard line.
Looks like Johnson will check out and Duncan will check in at the tailback position beside Edwards. Two receivers go to the far side. There's a snap. Going to be a give to Duncan, trying to get around that right side. And he's going to get up. I believe he's going to have enough for a Buffalo first down.
Just barely got over the mark to make. He kind of get around that edge a little bit, put his head down, and really pushed it ahead for the final yard he needed. Gets the ball up to the 37-yard line. It's going to be first down 10 for the Buffaloes.
Travis Adams has checked in at safety for the Panthers along with Caleb Evans on that defensive line. Buffaloes flip the formation, bring two receivers now to the near side. Edwards and Duncan in the backfield. Calls for it. Little play action. The quarterback's going to keep it, try to run. He's going to lose a yard on that play.
Big hit by Jackson King, and I believe that was Amari Hatfield, or is that?
That's Caleb Evans.
That was Caleb Evans that was in there as well. Caleb Evans got him in the backfield, and Jackson King really finished him off. You said he's not a small fry to be bringing down. Tried to follow the tail back into the hole. They were able to get around him, make that stop. Going to lose a yard on that carry. It'll be second down and 11 for the Buffaloes.
Buffaloes break the huddle. They'll stay in that same formation with the two receivers to the near side. Edwards gets them set. Now brings the man in motion across the formation. There's a snap, little high. Edwards is going to handle it, and he's going to lose more yardage. Nice job of that Panther defensive line.
Very was nice. That time it was Amari Hatfield came off that left side, got him down low once again. I believe that was Jackson King came in to help make a stop. Caleb Evans is checking out. Elia Logo is checking in along with, I believe that's going to be Antonio Speck.
Bears towing third down and 13 for the Buffaloes.
You tell right now they're trying to shorten this game.
Yeah.
know, we're at almost the seven-minute mark is coming up.
Two receivers near side. Edwards and Duncan in the backfield. Edwards calls for it. There's the snap. He drops back, trying to find a man under pressure. Now tosses it out. 2-17. That's Covington. He'll make the catch, get up around the 45, maybe the 46. Be a nice gain and bring up a fourth down and a little over 1.
Yeah, he found a dead spot. I mean, he was just sitting in a dead spot. Just kind of dropped it in the bucket over there. And why not?
Actually,
why not go for it?
Well, they're going to bring some players on. Looks like they may actually punt. I thought they were going to go for it there at first.
Well, give Dylan Underwood credit. He got down the field and was able to make that stop short of the first down. It's 4th down and 1. You know, kind of I'd be looking for a fake here.
Jay Bonner will drop back, setting his own 30-yard line. That'll be number 6 to punt for the Buffaloes. That's Clarence Williams. There's the snap. He takes it end over end, kind of line drive kick. Bonner's going to take it, and he's got a wall. Had a shot, get across the 45, out of bounds at the 46. Thought he was going to have a big return. Ends up with a return of about 16, and Panther offense will come on. Let's get that First Baptist Church Sterlington starting lineup for your Panther offense. The tackles tonight, number 59, Will Wachter, and number 70, Mitch Hodnett. The guards, number 78, David Roach, and number 62, Cooper Lyon. The center, Ian Magoo. Tight end, number 25, Brennan McCarthy, and number 83, Sean McNair. Wide receivers, number 9, John Barr, number 28, Nathan White. The fullback, number 31, Brody Belanger, and number 1, Tremel Colvin at tailback, number 16, Mason Lawhon at quarterback. I formation for the Panthers. Toss back to Colvin around this near side, trying to find some room. He's going to have the Panthers first down, and he's still running all the way up to the 34-yard line of Downs Law Firm. First down.
Nice job of Colvin just taking that ball, planting that foot, and getting up the field. I mean, I love it when he gets in that mode, Ben. I mean, they're falling off of him. He just keeps those legs moving, gets the ball all the way down to the 34-yard line on a great run. First down and 10 for the Panthers.
I formation again. There's the snap. Toss to Colvin on the far side. Trying to find some room now. Bounces outside. He's going to get close to another first down, maybe just short, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice job sealing off that edge. Looked like Belanger was able to get him a block. Colvin was able to get around that edge. Jay Bonner made a nice block down the field, pick up some extra yards. Got the ball down to the 25 of the Buffaloes. It's going to be second down and 1.
Second down, 1. One receiver to each side. That's Jay Bonner to the far side, John Barr to the near side. Belanger and Colvin behind Lawhon. Lawhon calls for it, steps back. Now he's going to take a shot, and he's got John Barr right in his hands. Touchdown, Panthers.
Very nice throw. Just rears up, throws the ball down the field. That's the old classic pitch and catch we talk about. But just right where it needed to be. Barr had beaten his coverage down the field. It's one of those you just throw it to the corner and let John run to it. Got those hands on it, pulled it right in for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street, proud supporters of Panther football. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Backs Young to snap, Carter Morris to hold. Snap, hold, Aiden kicks. It's up, and it is good. And with 5:13 left in the first quarter, Panthers 7, Buffaloes nothing. We'll take the quick break. Be right back with more first quarter action.
Repair it, catch up on bills, or replace it. Turn your home's equity into endless possibilities with a home equity line of credit from Cross Keys Bank. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. Stop by and visit me today at our Sterlington branch for more details. Or give me a call at 665-4511. Cross Keys Bank, proud supporter of the Sterlington Panthers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Panther fans, we're back. Panthers lead 7-0. Aiden Parker to kick it away with the David Bryant kickoff. Nice high kick over towards the near sideline and into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, Ben, that's kind of how Coach Doty would have liked to draw that up, come out, make a statement drive, and 3 plays, I believe?
3 plays.
But I tell you, that was a good throw by Lawhon to Barr. I mean, just a quick pass is what it is. He rears up and throws it and just really throwing it to a spot. He and John Barr have been doing that for years now, middle school, pee-wee ball, whatever. So they got that connection. But the Buffaloes have the ball at their own 20-yard line, be first down and 10.
Again, first quarter action brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Buffaloes come out kind of with a heavy set in the shotgun. Kind of a bunch formation to the far side. One receiver set near side. Edwards gets him set, now calls for it. There's the snap. Give to Duncan, trying to find some room on that outside. And Jackson King is going to tuck him down the backfield.
Nice job by King. Got right by the line of scrimmage. Met the running back deep in the backfield. It's going to back him up. Looks like they're going to back it up 5 yards. So it's going to be second down and 15. Nice job once again of Jackson King recognizing that and making the stop. You said it's a heavy set. I don't know, Ben.
Well, I thought it was at first.
Well,
It ended up being a bunch formation. That was my missed call.
No. What I'm saying is every set's a heavy set when you got 90 back there at quarterback. I mean, let's be honest about it. Thank you for the drums.
Gotcha. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Edwards calling for it. There it is. He drops back, quick pass out to number 7. Pass is complete. He makes a couple Panthers miss and then runs into a wall at the 25-yard line, but that's going to be a gain of about 10 and bring up a Bears towing 3rd down.
Man, Jack Moore was down the field on that stop. He made that with authority. Caleb Evans was down there to help him as well, just a little, almost like a little bubble screen out here. We watched Edwards before the game. He can hit those little out routes like that. Got a good arm for a big guy. Picked up 10 yards on that play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Buffaloes at their own 25-yard line.
Edwards gets them set. 1 receiver near side, 2 now to the far side. Edwards calls for it. There's the snap. He's going to give it straight ahead to Duncan, and he's not going to get anything. Maybe a loss of yard.
Kellen Moore and Jack Moore in on that stop. He hit the line of scrimmage. Kellen Moore got him, kind of held him up, and Kellen Hall. Kellen Moore played for
Boise State.
Boise State. I used to do that a lot last year. Kellen Hall kind of stood him up, and then Jack Moore level him off, but at least Jack Moore's in. So I got an excuse for that Kellen Moore, just a combination.
Jay Bonner drops back to return this punt for the Panthers. There's a snap. There it is. Oh, Maddox Bryant almost got to it. Ball's going to take kind of a Buffalo bounce, but then go out of bounds inside Buffalo territory at about the 47-yard line. They're going to say 46. Panther offense will come back on 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 46-yard line. 3:07 remaining first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0.
I dare say that ball may have come off his foot to the left side. It probably saved him because I really thought Maddox Bryant had that block. Boy, he came off that
I think
edge.
Maddox thought he had it too.
I think he did too because, I mean, it looked like it was there. But anyway, they were able to get that ball out. So the Panthers take over at the 46 of the Buffaloes. 1st down and 10 with 3:07 left in the first quarter.
I formation, 2 receivers near side, give to the big cat, Brody Belanger, and he's up to the 40-yard line, gain of 6.
Diesel Power chugs it up for 6 yards, got to the 40-yard line. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers. They're going kind of in a hurry-up mode here.
2 receivers set to the near side. That's Nathan White and Barr. Lawhon goes under center. There's a snap, toss back to, that's Jay Bonner in the backfield. He's going to get the 1st down up at the 36-yard line or be real close. Let's see what they say.
If you go by this near line, Judge, he
Downs
should have it.
1st down.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 1st down on that. You know, we talked last week about Jay Bonner just taking the ball and just going straight ahead. Yeah, I don't know. He had a little hesitation move there, set something up, and he's able to get that 1st down for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 36 of the Buffaloes.
I formation now, 1 receiver at each side, give straight ahead to Belanger. He's going to get up to about the 32 and bring up 2nd down.
Got 4 yards on that carry. Did a nice job of squeezing out an extra couple of yards on that. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Panthers at the Buffalo 32.
Lawhon under center. There's a snap. Counter give to Bonner. Trying to find some room across the 30 up to about the 27. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
Getting some good blocking up front right there. Bonner did a nice job of kind of hesitating once again, seeing where the holes were. Picked up 5 yards on that carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers at the 32 of the Buffaloes.
2 receivers near side. Lawhon under center. There's a snap. Give to Belanger. He's across the 29. He'll have enough for a Downs Law Firm 1st down. I believe to the 23-yard line.
Once again, good blocking up front. Looked like he fell in behind. Looked like that was Line and hiding it and Magoo on that one. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Panthers at the 23 of the Buffaloes.
2 receivers far side. Lawhon under center. Lawhon gets him set. Now calls for it. There's a give straight ahead to Belanger. He bounces outside. The 10, the 5, and a big cat is in for the touchdown.
Man, there was Diesel Power. I believe that was Magoo out front along with, don't let me miss anybody here.
That's big Drew Huff.
I'd say that was Drew Huff and Will Wachter. All 3 of those guys on that left side. That's what we've come to see. Belanger does a nice job of tucking in behind those big offensive linemen. But those 3 really forced the issue down the field, and Belanger just kept pumping it down the field to get that in for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and the EXP team. Extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. And with 1:10 remaining first quarter, Panthers 14, Buffaloes nothing. Well, William, I don't know that you could script a better start for that Panther defense or that Panther offense at this point.
Yeah, I would think this is exactly how Coach Doty wanted to see this play out. You've already got one touchdown in the air. You got John Barr involved in the game. And then, of course, Balaje, we're really starting to see this guy come into his own. He's done a great job. But, looking back at that big run by Colvin on that first drive, that's what you like to see from Colvin. He just does not want to go down. Sometimes that extra effort can let that ball get a little loose. But I tell you, that's the risk reward you get with somebody like Colvin. That guy can break it at any time.
Parker on to kick away the David Bryant kickoff. Another high kick over towards the near sideline. It's going to bounce at the 2, go into the end zone for another touchback, and the Buffaloes will begin 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looks like that rain's starting to come down a little more. That's another reason it's good to jump out and get to a 14-0 lead right now. We talked about the ball security right now. Things look good, knock on wood.
So what would you say that for, William?
Look, hey, what else you supposed to say, Ben? People out there in TV land or YouTube land can see that for themselves. All right? You going to hit me?
We don't have that one.
All right. First down and 10.
I
hate that one. We'll talk about that later.
To the far side. Edwards gets him set again, one receiver near side. Duncan comes up beside him at the tailback position. There's the snap. Ball's on the ground. He'll just fall on it and going to lose 5.
And that goes back again. We watched a little film on them, and that's his problem. He has trouble with that snap sometimes with this ball being wet like it is. It's going to make it even much more of a challenge. Going to lose 4 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Buffaloes with the ball on their own 16-yard line.
Got 40 seconds on the play clock, or on the game clock. Buffaloes huddled up, about 10 seconds on the play clock. Now they break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. They'll send 3 receivers out to the far side. Now they'll run a man all the way off, and there's going to be a flag on the play. It'll be delay of a game against the Buffaloes.
Back them up 5 yards, put them inside the 15. It's going to take it down to the 12-yard line. Excuse me, the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. They waited on the delay of game penalty, but they broke the huddle with 12. Should have been a penalty immediately. 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Buffaloes break the huddle, come out again. They'll send 2 receivers to the far side. Edwards gets them set. Now brings a man in motion across the formation. There's a snap. He drops back, looking for a shot downfield. He throws it up, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, he dropped. I thought Sam Frazier had it for the 2nd week in a row. Frazier's got one. Made a great play on the ball, but fell incomplete. That will be the final play of the first quarter. Panthers 14, Buffaloes nothing. We'll be back with 2nd quarter action in just a moment.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Panther fans, we're back here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. As we begin the second quarter, Panthers lead 14-0. It will be a Bears towing 3rd down. The ball's on the 11-yard line. Buffaloes have to get all the way to the 30, so 3rd down and 19. Edwards gets them set, 2 receivers to the far side. Now brings a man in motion. There's the snap. Quick give to Duncan, trying to find some room on that outside. Panthers give chase. Ball comes out. I believe it'll go out of bounds, gain of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Nice stop again for that Panther defense as the rain really begins to come down here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, Frazier came up from that corner position and really laid the lumber on the running back and forced him out of bounds. That ball, I believe it did pop out, Ben. Did I see that right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he hit him pretty good. It went out of bounds. When they pick up much yardage, that's going to make it a 4th down to 17. With this rain coming down like it is, I imagine this punt's going to be a challenge. Jay Bonner, is it Jay Bonner?
Jay Bonner's back at his own, or at the Buffalo 42-yard line. Now walks up to the 39. There's a snap. Be a nice high kick. Bonner's going to take it. Bounces off his hands. He still doesn't have it. And it's going to be recovered by the Baker Buffaloes at the Panther 49-yard line.
Yeah, this rain coming down like it is, that ball is going to be slick. May tell Bonner just to back off of it, later in this game, or at least until this rain.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't
down.
have a really good read on it, or there's not a whole lot of wind blowing, but he backed up a little too much, and the ball kind of went dead on him.
Yeah, and this is an odd rain. It's just kind of a floating rain. When you look at it, it's not just pouring down. But
well, Baker will come back on the field, 1st and 10 at the Panther 49-yard line, 11:41, Panthers 14, Baker 0. Edwards and Duncan in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side. H-back set to the near side. Edwards gets them set. Now calls for it. There's a snap. Give to Duncan. Trying to find some room upfield. He's going to get maybe the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, Duncan trying to work the middle of that line. Kellen Hall in on that stop. Going to lose. Well, actually going to be no gain on that carry, looks like. We'll put the ball back down at the 49-yard line.
Hayden Madden is checked into the ball game. Buffalo stays, same formation. Edwards gets him set. Now switches the tailback to his right side. There's a snap. Ball comes out. Edwards is going to take it. He's just going to have to fall. That's going to be a loss of about 7 back to the Buffalo 44-yard line. Bears towing 3rd down upcoming.
Yeah, that was a bad snap. Ball squirted right out of his hands. He's fortunate really to get that ball back. Nice catch on the ricochet. But he did lose 6 yards on that fumble. It's going to be 3rd down and actually going to be 17. So he lost 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 17 for the Buffaloes at their own 44.
Hagan Herring has checked into the ballgame at linebacker for the Panthers. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 receiver to the near side. H-back also to the far side. Edwards gets him set. Now calls for it. There's a snap, looking to take a shot. Now just tosses it out. Ball is complete. And he'll gain some, but then he'll be finished off by some Panthers after a minimal game, and that'll bring up 4th down at midfield.
He was able to get it downfield, kind of another dead area, little hitch route. Edwards was able to keep it alive and get the ball down the field, but the Panthers reacted very well to that. Swarm tackle over on that far sideline. He was able to get up to midfield, 11 yards short of the necessary yardage. So the Buffaloes will come out, punt this ball back from the midfield area.
Jay Bonner will drop back, stand at his own 22-yard line. There's the snap. Another nice kick. Bonner's going to let it bounce. It'll take a Buffalo bounce and be down at the 12-yard line. Actually, they're going to say the 14-yard line. All right. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 14. 9:20 remaining here in the first half. Panthers lead 14-0.
Huddling them up on the sideline, probably saying, make sure ball security is a premium tonight.
Tremel Colvin will check back in at tailback. I formation for the Panthers. John Barr to the far side. Jay Bonner, the lone receiver, to the near side. Belanger and Colvin behind Lawhon. Lawhon gets set, tossed back to Colvin around the near side, trying to find some room. He'll make a Buffalo miss, and now he's trying to make another one miss up to the 29 of the Downs Law Firm. 1st down on a nice run by Colvin.
That was a nice run. Colvin cut the ball back up inside. Made a nice break on that tackle, then popped it back out. Just a good carve and run, I like to call it. Got the ball up to the 30-yard line of their own 30-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Two receivers now go to the far side, I formation behind Lawhon. There's the snap. Toss back to Colvin on that far side, trying to find some room now, bounces outside, trying to get the edge, and he does. He's got a Downs Law Firm first down across midfield in the Buffalo territory. They're going to say he stepped out right at the 49-yard line.
Got a flag on the field. Looked like it may have been holding downfield. I imagine what they're going to call. Howden did a good job of really getting him an edge, getting him around that edge, but they're going to bring that back. That flag was sitting on about the 42-yard line originally.
Looks like he picked it up and walked it back to the 36. So they're going to put the ball down on the 26. There we go. Be first and 14 for that Panther offense. Ball sits on the 26-yard line, 8:50 and counting here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. I formation, two receivers now set to the near side. Lawhon under center. There's the snap. Counter action pass. Lawhon tosses it out. That's going to be Belanger who makes the catch. He just oversteps one man, and he's still running. He's not down yet. Ooh, they're going to say the knee went down. All right, down Law Firm, first down at the 41-yard line.
Well, you can tell Belanger didn't agree, but that was a great catch. Number one, that's a great catch in these conditions, all hands. He made that first tackler miss and then goes back on down the field. Just a good run by Belanger. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 41.
Formation, one receiver to each side. Counter play to the near side. Give to Colvin. Kind of stutter steps and then runs through. He's still pushing the pile all the way up to the 47-yard line. Be a gain of 6 and bring up second down.
That's what we see from Colvin a lot. He let line come across and make that seal block and was able to sneak in there, pick up 6 yards on that carry. Good run by Colvin. Good blocking up front on that counter block. Second down and 4 for the Panthers at their own 47.
Two receivers far side. Lawhon takes the snap, now gives it to Belanger. Got just tripped up. That'll be a gain of 2 and bring up a third down and 2 at the Panther 49-yard line.
Yeah, he pushed it up to the 49. That's going to make it 3rd and 2. Offensive line's doing a good job at the line of scrimmage so far.
I formation. One receiver to each side. There's the snap. Quick give to Belanger. He'll have enough for the Downs Law Firm. First down up to the Buffalo 46-yard line. That's another Downs Law Firm. First down for the Panthers.
Looks like he's going over that side behind Roach and Wachter. So I saw Wachter getting that shot down the field. Once again, good job of clearing out that running lane for Belanger. First down and 10 for the Panthers at the 46 of the Buffaloes.
Same formation. There's a snap. This time Lawhon's going to keep it, and he's got a lane. He's across the 35, dives ahead to the 32 for a Downs Law Firm first down.
Lawhon did a nice job on that. That ball stayed in Belanger's breadbasket for quite some time. I thought he was going to hand it off to him, but pulled it and just did a nice job getting around that end. Good read on Lawhon to get it on this short side of the field. Pushes the ball up to the 32 of the Buffaloes. It's going to be first down and 10.
Lawhon under center. There's a snap. Now steps back. Looking for Jay Bonner downfield. And it's going to fall incomplete. Just a tad underthrown. Second down upcoming.
Nice job of Bonner to keep that ball out of the possession of the Buffaloes. Kind of reached over the top. Almost looked like he had a shot at maybe pulling it in, but just a great job of getting that ball away from the defender. Fell incomplete. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Panthers again at the 32 of the Buffaloes.
Two receivers far side, toss back to Colvin around that far side looking for room. He'll get cut down after a gain of about 7 up to the 26-yard line.
Fell in behind Belanger. That hold opened up very nicely for him. Did a little stutter step, picked up some extra yards. It's going to set up a very manageable third down and 4 for the Panthers.
I formation, Nathan White, the lone receiver to the near side, Barr to the far side. There's the snap. Lawhon gives it straight ahead to Belanger. He'll fight all the way up to the – man, he was at the 23, and then he pushed the pile up across the 22, and that'll be enough for a Downs Law Firm. First down.
Belanger did a good job of keeping himself upright, and I think you had a little combination of Magoo and Roach jumping in there, pushing him ahead.
Well, he was stopped, and all of a sudden it was the 3 yards on top of where he
was.
was.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, Magoo nailed him. He got that extra yardage for the first down.
I formation again. Lawhon takes the snap. Now he's going to fake the pitch or fake the give, keep it himself, and he'll lose 2 yards.
You know, I know Balage's going to go back and say, Magoo, I appreciate you giving me that extra effort to get that extra yardage, but, dude, don't hit me that hard.
That's an ice bath waiting to happen.
Yeah. Oh, boy. But there's a loss of 1 on that carry by Lawhon. It's going to be, call it 2nd down and 11.
Lawhon goes under center, 1 receiver to each side. There's a snap, toss back to Colvin. Straight ahead, he'll hop, make one man miss, and then he's going to be slung down right at the 18-yard line. The Panthers will set up 3rd down in the Ron Bush red zone.
Yeah, Colvin was able to pick up about 4 yards on that carry. He did a nice job on that first tackler, avoiding him, but the second one got him, slung him down pretty quick. It's going to be second. Let's call it 3rd down and 6 from the 18 of the Buffaloes.
Lawhon under center. There's a snap, toss back to Colvin. Looks like we're going to have a false start against the Panthers. That'll back them up 5 yards and bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, depending on what they get on this play, with these conditions like they are, you imagine Coach Doty's probably looking at this maybe a 2-down series here. Or 2-down situation. Looks like he's going to check out
Bring the spread package in.
Yep, checking out Balaje and Cobb, and they're going spread.
Barr and Bonner will go to the far side. Bostic and White set to the near side. Lawhon in the backfield by himself. Calls for it, drops back, looking for a man, quick slant, overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, just got a little bit too much on that one. Trying to hit John Barr on a slant route. Barr's pretty tall, but wasn't tall enough to get that one.
4th down and 11, decision time. Looks like Panthers are going to attempt the field goal. And they will. Ball sits on the 23-yard line. Looks like the tee will go down at the 29, so it'll be the 30-yard line. So a 40-yard attempt for Aiden Parker. This attempt brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team. Backs Young to snap. Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap. Nice snap. Kick is up. It's up. And I believe the wind is just going to kill it. Didn't know it was that much wind, but was. You could tell it just died. No good. And the Buffaloes will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looks like it kind of drifted to the left on him.
Just died. Like it had lots of – when it first took off, you thought, oh, it's got a good chance. And then all of a sudden, that rain just beat it down.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about this a number of times. We did last year as well. When you got an opportunity like that, it's not a bad deal to go ahead and try that field goal. As long as you get it in as a touchback, it's going to come back out to the 20. So Panthers are going back out on defense. Buffaloes will have it at their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. It's 4:23 left in this first half. The Panthers up 14-0.
Panther defense back on the field. Buffaloes get set. They'll send 3 receivers now to the near side, 1 lone receiver to the far side. Edwards, the quarterback, with Duncan beside him in the backfield. There's the snap. Give straight ahead to Duncan. He has a nice run, and I believe maybe a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Maddox Bryan made the stop just before he could get that first down.
They're going to say that's a 1st down. Up to the 30.
Oh, boy, that's a change. Looked like he was down at the 29. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Buffaloes at the 30. They went that trip set to the left and had 1 receiver to the right, just spreading everybody out. Picked up the 10 yards on it, 1st down and 10.
David Hickman has checked in for the Panthers at safety. Again, 3 receivers near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Edwards takes the snap. Going to give it again to number 1. Ball is on the ground.
Yeah, that ball hit the ground. I don't know if it happened after he went down. I think he fumbled.
I'm a little confused there. The ball was still on the ground. They're blowing it dead.
Well, that's why I'm saying I don't know if his knee hit somewhere. It looked like it came out before he went down. A Panther wound up picking the ball up, but
second down 12 upcoming.
Yeah, second down and 12 from the 28-yard line.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Edwards and Duncan in the backfield. Edwards calls for it. There's a snap, little quick hitter out to 7. Dylan Underwood had a shot and missed him, and then Jackson King finishes him off.
Yeah, Dylan Underwood made a great read. Got up on him pretty quick. Looked like he was going to get him down. He was able to squirt out of his hands, and Jackson King was there to clean it up.
Bears towing third down upcoming.
Actually going to be a loss on that reception of about 4 yards. So Buffalo's looking at third down and 16 from their own 24-yard line. It's 2:33 and counting on the clock, so the Panthers get a stop here. That'll give them another shot at this end zone here toward the end of this first half.
Same formation again for the Buffaloes. Edwards calls for it. There's a snap. He drops back, just throws it up out there. Frazier breaks on it. Oh, what a great job by that young man again, breaking it up. And that'll bring up fourth down. He's going to get him one, William. That young man is just breaking on the ball like crazy.
Yeah, that was actually he had a shot at that one. It sort of floated. But nice job. He kind of laid off the receiver, almost baited him. He made that throw. It wasn't on a rope at all. I thought Frazier actually was going to get that and maybe have a pick six, but unfortunately, that in a dry situation, maybe he does make that. But let's see, it's not Jay Bonner. We're going to have
David Hickman will drop back.
David Hickman dropping back for this punt.
David Hickman stands at his own 46-yard line. Buffaloes get set. There's the snap. He gets it away. It's going to take a Panther or a Buffalo bounce. That ball is going to roll all the way down to the 31-yard line. Panther offense will come back on. 2:03 remaining here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. Panther fans, want to remind you in just a moment before we head to halftime, stay tuned for the halftime interview brought to you by Ashley Storage. We're going to try to get that. Hopefully the rain's going to allow all those things to happen. We're going to make a good attempt at that so you can hear from Coach Doty. If not, we'll get Amanda to text us what he would have said, and we'll let you know.
Go Panthers.
Rain makes everything interesting.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. I formation for the Panthers. Lawhon under center. One receiver set to each side. Jay Bonner, the tailback, behind Belanger. There's the toss to Bonner. He makes a good cut, gets across all the way up to the 42, and that's a Downs Law Firm first down.
Boy, that was a great cut by Bonner. That's what you were talking about last week. He gets on a straight line, and he went on a straight line there and just went right up the field, got it to the 42-yard line. For the Panthers, it's going to be first down and 10.
Formation again. Lawhon takes the snap, toss back to Bonner. Bonner again pushes through, trying to make some men miss, and does. Now he's going to cut to the outside. He's at the 25. It's a foot race. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Panthers!
There's a nice job of John Barr downfield, sealing off to the inside, and Bonner just read that perfectly and kicked it out. Once he had cleared the line of scrimmage, he saw Barr had him blocked to the inside, kicks it to this near sideline, and it was just, like you said, Ben, just a foot race to the goal line, and Jay Bonner won that one. So that's going to make this score 20-0 with an extra point pending.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. There's the snap, kick, hold, and it is good. And with 1:38 remaining here in the second quarter, Panthers 21, Buffalo 0. We'll take 30 seconds, be right back with more second quarter action.
Community Pharmacy says go Panthers. With 2 locations, 2123 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and 200 Scott Drive right here in Sterlington, Community Pharmacy is staffed with courteous, professional pharmacists and certified technicians to answer all your questions about your medicines and well-being. Community Pharmacy offers compounding, medication management, home delivery, and so much more. Serving our area for over 15 years, we would like to thank you for your continued support and shout, Go Panthers!
Aiden Parker here in the second quarter, brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. Parker on to kick away the David Bryant kickoff. Panthers lead 21-0. Aiden with a sky kick over towards this near sideline. Ball's going to come down, bounce. Panthers got a shot at it, but didn't get to it. And they'll be downed. Buffaloes will take it 32-yard line, 1st and 10, 1:37 remaining. Well, I think that surprised even that Panther coverage unit there. They kind of just froze for a minute, had a chance to get it.
Well, it looked like it took a bounce to the inside. You know, a lot of times when it hits like that, it'll want to bounce straight back. That one took more of an inside bounce to the Baker player. But, yeah, I was like you, Ben. I thought, heck, we're fixing to get another shot at this. And I tell you, with this rain coming down like it is, ball security is not a given. So Panthers may get another opportunity at this. The Buffaloes have it at their own 32-yard line, 1st down and 10 with 1:37 left in this first half.
3 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Edwards gets them set. Now calls for it. There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead to Duncan. He's met in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
Boy, that was a good job by Amari Hatfield first to hit him. And then you had Hayden Madden come in on the assist, but good job by those two guys getting on him as soon as he got the ball. Panthers, I believe, are going to call a timeout here. No? Yep.
Yep, Panthers take the timeout. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Boyett's Flooring and Construction. Appreciate their support of Panther football. 1:30 left here before half. Coming up at halftime will be the Benoit Ford of Farmerville halftime. And as we normally do, we'll take a few-minute break and come back right before the teams come out to get you caught up on thoughts and some stats from the first half.
You know, Ben, we got 2 timeouts left, so Coach Doty's going to try to see if he can get this ball back for one last shot here at the end of the half. I mean, great point you make. You know, the Buffaloes are kind of milking that clock, you know. And I think
wait, did you say I made a great point?
You had a great point.
Thank you, Will. I appreciate that.
Man, is that what you do in church? You get a –
I do. I have a track for that.
Okay.
I have an amen track.
They do the amen in there, right?
Yeah, doesn't Bill use that at North Monroe sometimes?
Oh, no, man. It's all natural over there, baby. All natural.
All right. Buffaloes are back out. 1 receiver to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Edwards and Duncan in the backfield again. Edwards gets them set, now calls for it. There's a snap, quick give, straight ahead to Duncan. He's going to pick up some nice yards, and that'll bring up a Bears towing 3rd down at the Buffalo 35. Panthers take another timeout. Timeout brought to you by Boyett's Flooring and Construction.
Yeah, Max Reisinger was able to get a hold to him pretty quick, and then you had Antonio Speck get him down. But that's going to give us that gives us an opportunity maybe to get this ball back before the end of the half.
I like it. Get it back and score again. Got people talking to me. I don't even know what was just said.
Jeez, man.
I hope he didn't ask me to borrow my truck because my keys are in it.
Dude, I saw that deer in the headlight look. I'm like, what just happened? Did we have a penalty somewhere?
When John Odom points at you and says something, you need to pay attention because it could mean something.
Well, you know, he's up here as a special guest spotter
I think he
tonight.
said something about getting me a Darryl special or something. I don't know.
No, look, he volunteered to spot tonight because of this rain. He knew that was coming. He didn't want to be in the middle of that.
I got you.
Heck, we even got Chris Sturdivant back here. I mean, what are we going to do for our sideline? When we got somebody on the sideline, we got to find something out on.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 8. 3rd down brought to you by Bears Towing. 1:25 remaining here, second quarter. Panthers lead 21-0. Buffaloes are going to go with a tight formation, send 1 lone receiver to the near side. That bunch formation again, 3 receivers set close to the far side. Edwards calls for it, now gives it straight ahead to Duncan, and he's going to go down for a loss, and that'll bring up 4th down. Panthers will take their final timeout. Timeout brought to you by Boyett's Flooring and Construction. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Two.
Panther fans, we're back. Second quarter. 1:19 remaining. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. The Buffaloes will punt. David Hickman will drop back for the Panthers. Ball is on the ground. And it's going to be recovered by the Buffaloes, but the Panthers will take over in great position. 1st and 10 in the Ron Bush red zone at the 14-yard line.
That's kind of what you were hoping for, and Coach Doty probably did as well. You know, deep snaps with the Buffaloes have been a challenge for them. You could see on some of the games we watched. And with this field conditions like they are and this rain coming down, you got to think Coach Doty thought this might be an opportunity to steal a score here.
Yep.
And the Panthers do get the ball to start the second half, so he'd really love to punch one in here. Going in at halftime. The Panthers have it at the 14-yard line of the Buffaloes, 1st and 10.
I formation for the Panthers. There's the snap. Lawhon drops back, now tosses it out for Bonner. And it's caught for a touchdown.
That's a good job. Bonner got just a little bit of separation on him. And Lawhon just put it right over the top of the DB on that side. But good job of Bonner just keeping his eyes on it. And that slick ball didn't seem to be a problem. He was able to cradle it in right there by the corner of the end zone for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. And now we'll have number 86, Jackson Sturdivant, on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Backs Young to snap. Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap. Hold. Kick is up. And it is good. And with 1:06 remaining, Panthers 28, Buffalo 0. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with more second quarter football.
Hello, I'm Ross Downs of the Downs Law Firm. We're a personal injury law firm that handles cases involving 18-wheeler crashes, automobile wrecks, pedestrian accidents, as well as slip, trip, and fall. We're with our clients every step of the way. We advise them through issues surrounding the liability issues of a wreck or a personal injury. Please give us a call if we can be of further assistance.
Ross Downs, 318-284-8551.
Panther fans, we're back. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. Panthers take a 28-0 lead, and Aiden Parker comes on to kick it away with a David Bryant kickoff one more time here in the first half. Parker gets it teed up. Looks like it will be, well, now wait a minute. Near side official is kind of meandering his way towards.
They must know we're still in commercial break.
Now we're ready to roll. Sky kick again over towards this near sideline. It will be taken by number 6. Maddox Bryan gives chase. He gives up a lot of room, and then Michael Douglas finishes him off.
Michael Douglas doesn't get credit for it, but that's a 13-yard loss, young man.
Yeah, Maddox is probably telling Michael, I had him, dude. Mike took him out both.
I want a TFL on that one. Boy, he retreated now all the way back. We'll put the ball down to the 25 of the Buffaloes. They'll have it 1st down and 10 with 1 minute left in this first half. Panthers up 28-0.
Buffaloes break the huddle. They'll send 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Edwards and Duncan again in the backfield. Everybody gets set. There's the snap. Quick give straight ahead to Duncan. He's going to power across the 30 all the way up to about the 33. Nice run, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Birch made the initial contact. Looked like Antonio Speck drug him down from behind. Picked up 8 yards on that carry between the tackles. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 for the Buffaloes at their own 33-yard line.
Same formation again for the Buffaloes. Edwards calls for it. There's a snap. Ball's on the ground, and I believe Hayden Madden may have gotten it.
Yeah, Hayden Madden.
And he does.
Yeah, Hayden Madden did a nice job. Came off this near side and just mishandled snap there by
that turnover brought to you by Aiden's Kicking for Cancer. Check out shspantherfootball.com to donate.
Yeah, Hayden Madden didn't mess around. He just got on the ball, no scooping it up or anything. It's 26 seconds left. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Mason Lawhon comes back out. You got John Barr and Jay Bonner at the receivers, along with Colvin and Bellage in the backfield.
Lawhon gets him set and goes under center. There's the snap. Lawhon rolls to his right, looking downfield, little out route to Bonner. It's caught and out of bounds. No, they're going to say he's inbounds. Panthers are going to have to hustle.
Boy, that looked like he was out to me.
Panthers get set. 12 seconds on the clock. Lawhon's just going to kill it. Third down and 3 upcoming.
Yeah,
Ball will be on the 23-yard line.
One or two things you can do here. I guess they're going to let Aiden come on out and make an attempt. You could have tried to just get you kind of a little quick out, get him a little bit more yardage down the field. This is going to wind up being about a 40-yard attempt.
40-yard attempt, a little from the near sideline this time. The last one was over towards that far hash. Rain has let up a little. This 3 points. This field goal brought to you by David Bryant and the team of the XP. There's a kick, and that one he got his leg into for sure, and it is good. And with 7 seconds remaining in the first half, Panthers 31, Buffalo 0. And, Will, I want to give some credit to Aiden Parker. He has stuck with it. That is his first made field goal. I believe that was 7 or 8 this year he's attempted, and just things have not gone right. That time the snap wasn't perfect, but he stayed focused, and he boomed that one.
He sure did, and sometimes it's just kind of the angle, and that probably was a good angle for him because he had to hook it back inside, and he had plenty of leg on that. Just put it right through the uprights. You know, if you're going to make one, 40-yarder is a good one to hit.
I like that. There's lots of high schools in Louisiana that don't have anybody that can kick it 40 yards. Nice job by Aiden Parker on that 40-yard field goal to extend the lead 31-0. And now we'll have our third kicker of the night that we didn't even know we had, William. Number 6, Maddox Bryan, will kick away the David Bryant kickoff here in the second quarter for the Panthers.
Well, you know, Maddox, I know he used to play soccer, so let's see what he's got.
Looks like he sets up for a sky kick. There it is. Nice sky kick over towards the near sideline. It bounces, and it's going to be – oh, Panthers had a shot at it. Ball's still on the ground. Still not sure who's got it.
Birch had the first shot at it. A bunch of Panthers jumping up, pointing back toward the goal line.
I believe time's going to expire.
Yeah.
They're going to say Buffalo's recovered. But that will be the quarter. We're going to wait here just for a moment, send it down to Amanda for the Ashley Storage halftime interview with Coach Doty.
Looks like Coach Doty's going to have a conversation with the refs.
All right, here we go. Down to Amanda.
Hey, Coach. So we've started off with quite a rainy game, but Bellage, Bonner, the team is doing great tonight. Give us a little bit of thoughts, 31-0 going in the half.
Well, we just come out and did what we needed to do tonight, man. I'm proud of our kids. This rain, you know, it makes it kind of hard for anybody to hold on to the ball, but our kids have done a heck of a job. But I think our defense has played lights out.
That sounds great. Whenever we come back out, looks like we can keep on holding them, and we'll be making our way to the second round of playoffs and hoping for no rain. But I tell you what, the team's looking great tonight, and I think that you have done a great job getting them ready for this week's playoff.
Well, we're not playing the Pittsburgh Steelers either, so, you know, but I'm proud of our kids, but it'll be time for a lot of young guys second half, okay? Go Panthers.
Sounds great. Back to you guys.
Well, you heard it from Coach Doty. I got to just, before we go to break, Coach Doty just has a way of putting things that it just makes me laugh. And we're not playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, but, man, look forward to getting some young guys some playoff experience when we come back out second half. Panthers lead 31-0. We're going to take the break. Halftime stuff brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
Hey Panther fans, it's time to kick for cancer. Every kick with Aiden Parker is a chance to kick cancer out of this world. To do your part in helping Aiden, go to shspantherfootball.com, click the link, and you can help raise money for childhood cancer research. Most of all, your donation is being made in honor of one of our very own Panthers, Veda Powell. So visit shspantherfootball.com, click the link where it says Aiden Kicks for Kids Cancer Research, and donate today. Aiden and the Panthers are kicking cancers behind, together. Community says go Panthers. With 2 locations, 2123 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and 200 Scott Drive right here in Sterlington, Community Pharmacy is staffed with courteous, professional pharmacists and certified technicians to answer all your questions about your medicines and well-being. Community Pharmacy offers compounding, medication management, home delivery, and so much more. Serving our area for over 15 years, we would like to thank you for your continued support and shout, Go Panthers!
Here in Sterlington, our town motto is Faith, Family, Friends. At First Baptist Church, we believe those 3 things are what's most important for all of us, from the youngest to the oldest. We want to help you and your family thrive in each area. Whether you're new to town or just looking to get better connected, we'd love for you to come join us on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. For a full schedule or more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. FBC Sterlington, we're here for you.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation, 318-325-4418, Street and Street.
Hi, I'm Drew Breeze, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
NELA Turf Farms provides sales, delivery, and installation of luscious sods and rich soils. Whether you're building your own lawn from scratch or you're looking to restore the look and feel of your old landscape, we can help. Our technicians have over 20 years of experience analyzing our residential and commercial clients' needs. Contact us today to learn more about our services or to schedule an initial appointment. Carpenter Road, Bastrop, Louisiana.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
I'm Law Firm. We're a personal injury law firm that handles cases involving 18-wheeler crashes, automobile wrecks, pedestrian accidents, as well as slip, trip, and fall. We're with our clients every step of the way. We advise them through issues surrounding the liability issues of a wreck or a personal injury. Please give us a call if we can be of further assistance.
Ross Downs, 318-284-855.
Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Ron Bush is your go-to agent in Sterlington. So try combining home and auto today. Call 388-4663 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applications subject to state.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
At every our drive to quality, some first week you will be completely satisfied with our efforts. Contact us at 318-388-3021. Let our staff help you solve all your towing problems. And as always, go Panthers! Representing Northeast Lawyers and Realtor, enthusiastic and caring nature is perfect for matching each client's desires, as well as skillfully featuring a home's unique presence and character. As your Realtor, David Bryant will be an advocate just for you. Contact eXp Realtor David Bryant today at 318-265-8130.
Panther fans, we're back at halftime. Panthers led 31-0. They will receive to begin this third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. And you heard Coach Doty there before the half mention that I hope to see a lot of young players here in the second half and get rolling. And hopefully they can get a few more points. I believe we've not gotten the official word, but I believe we may see a running clock here in the second half.
Well, we were very disappointed we didn't see the band come out, Ben, and then you pointed out that one of the two buses had gone. So I think the band decided to adios.
Actually, there they come back, William. There comes the band back. I see them. Isn't that them coming back over there by the concession stand?
Could be, but why did they not give us the thrill of the band?
Because they said it's wet.
It's wet.
I don't blame them. All right, Panthers are out to receive the kickoff. Nathan White and Jay Bonner stand back at their own. Jay's at the 18. Nathan's at the 25. Now Nathan White drops back with Bonner to the 20. Trying to get everybody situated. Clock is now running officially. So 24 minutes away. There's the kick. It's going to bounce. Bonner will take it to the 20-yard line. Trying to find a lane. He'll run up middle. Going to get up to the 39. And the Panther offense will come out 1st and 10. We'll probably see the ones to begin this first drive. And then I would imagine we'll start seeing some substitutions with the running clock.
Yeah, I was going to see if we saw Downs come out. Haven't seen him yet, but I want to recognize, Ben, your sponsorship of the sandwiches up here tonight.
I will.
Excellent. And then, of course, Big Daddy had those big cookies up here. You got a guy named Big Daddy's going to have the big cookies. Man,
shout out to Chris Harrell. Those cookies came from a place in West Monroe called Cake. I'm going to have to go check that spot out.
They are good.
I formation for the Panthers. It will be Dylan Downs. He tosses it out to John Barr. A little swing pass. And Barr's up the far sideline, and it gets enough for a Downs Law Firm first down.
Little pitch and catch there from Downs to Barr. Barr cut it up that sideline.
We do have Gavin Evans checked in at fullback position. Bonner at the tailback. Barr and Nathan White, the two receivers, now set to the near side. Dylan Downs, quarterback, gets them set and goes under center. There's a snap. Quick give straight ahead to Gavin. He's going to push up into Buffalo territory at the 30 or 41. Should be enough for a Downs Law Firm first down.
Evans did a good job like Belanger does, tucked in behind those offensive linemen, just kept pushing and finally popped it out. Got the ball down to the 41 of the Buffaloes, be first down and 10.
Panther fans, while we have a second, I want to give a shout-out to Kraftman Federal Credit Union and their sponsorship of the student section. Students are here, umbrellas and slicker suits, cheering on their Panthers. Thank you, Kraftman, for your sponsorship. Downs is going to fake it to the fullback, now keeps it. He's up the near sideline. He'll have enough for the first down all the way to the 28-yard line for another Downs Law Firm. First down by Dylan Downs. I kind of like the way that rolls, William.
Yeah, first down by Dylan Downs.
Ross Downs is going to appreciate that one this year and next year.
Boy, that's all kind of rhyme.
No relation. No relation.
But, that was a good ride by Dylan into the line, sucked in that end, and he was able to pick his way around down to the 28-yard line for that big first down.
I formation again, two receivers to the far side. Downs goes under center. There's the snap. Give straight ahead to Gavin. He gets up to about the 25. Be a gain of 3, second down upcoming. William, I'm just thinking about that Downs first down and Dylan Downs. If there's one easy sponsorship to sell next year, that ought to be it. Like, Amanda should have no trouble going to Ross Downs and saying, hey, our quarterback's last name is going to be Downs, right?
That's right.
And we may have another player on the field a lot next year with the last name Downs.
That's
That'd be
right.
2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I formation. There's the snap. Ball is on the ground. Downs picks it up. Now he scrambles to this far sideline, near sideline. He's going to gain 1, turn trouble into a gain of 1, third down upcoming.
That's something we've seen about Downs. He keeps his head about him. And that ball came out. He didn't panic. He just reached down, picked it up, and give Bonner credit. Bonner was able to get him a block on this outside to keep that from being a loss. Instead of a loss of 3, he actually picked up a couple of yards on that, or maybe 1 yard on that carry. So it sets up a third down and 6 for the Panthers at the 24 of the Buffaloes.
I formation, 1 receiver to each side. That's Bostic and White set to each side. Ball's on the ground again. Downs picks it up, tosses it. Bonner will fall on it. He'll lose quite a bit back to the 31, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the way that rain is coming down now, that ball is getting very slick. I know they make them better than they did when you played, and certainly better than when I played. They turned into just a slimy ball when I played. You were more in the pro days, Ben.
Yeah.
So,
we didn't wear leather helmets, that's for sure.
I didn't wear a leather helmet, but I didn't have this neat padding in there. It's just straps,
I formation. Downs under center. There's a snap, gets it, toss back to Bonner. Bonner spin moves, now going to try to bounce it outside. Now puts his foot down, cuts straight up field. He's going to have a first down, and he's going to walk in the end zone. What a run by Jay Bonner for the law offices of Street and Street. Touchdown!
You know what, Ben? All I can say is I'm glad this is on YouTube, because how do you describe that?
I was
word.
trying.
Man, I'm just saying, Downs pitches it back to him, and you look, you see what's sitting up in front of him. You said, well, we're going to get about 3 or 4 yards. Man, I'm just saying, every time it opened up, he either took a little sidestep, he found the crease every time. Bonner did a tremendous job. That wasn't that straight ahead deal like we've been talking about, Ben. I mean, he found a space to go through the Ron Bush red zone and get that score.
Now Jackson Sturdivant on to attempt the David Bryant EXP team extra point, and it'll be no good. Snap a little mishandled. Extra points no good. 6:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Panthers lead 37-0. Third quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be right back with Panther football.
Hi, I'm Drew Brees, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
Maddox Bryant is on to kick it away with a David Bryant kickoff after the Panthers take a 37-0 lead. Little short pooch kick. It's on the ground, bouncing around. I think the Buffaloes are going to fall on it, and they do at the 42-yard line. 5.5 minutes or so remaining here, third quarter. Panther defense back on the field. We'll have several substitutions on the defensive side, and we'll try to get you those numbers as we roll along.
Looks like you're going to have number 97, Bennett Weems, is checked in, along with number 74, Tyson Warren. You got
Miguel Brooks next to him.
And then you're going to have Grayson Gilmore. That's going to be your defensive line. Looks like you've still got
Jaden Hall at the corner, Sam Frazier at the other corner, Bonner and Hickman at safety.
Cody Copeland's checked in at the linebacker position.
There's a snap to give straight ahead. That's Miguel Brooks, gets his hands on him and finally takes him to the ground with a little bit of help after a 1-yard gain.
Man, Miguel Brooks wasn't going to let him go. He got him around the front. He kept trying to pull away, but, man, Brooks had him. He was not going anywhere. So let's see who else we got in there. You got
looks like Frazier's going to check out. Dalton Moody has checked in. Linebackers Herring, Copeland, and Trey Birch.
Braden Bonner's in at the safety position. So I think
that's good for this rotation.
That's good for this rotation.
Let's give ourselves a hand.
Yeah. Thank you. Man, crowded press box tonight, isn't it? 2nd down and 9 for the Buffaloes at 42.
Side. These buttons are dangerous. There's a snap. Give to Duncan, trying to find some room outside. Birch gives chase. Duncan's going to run through some tackles and have a Buffalo first down all the way up to the 48-yard line in Panther territory. Now we'll have number 40. All right, here we go. That should be Jack Henry Good, Braden Hooter. I saw some more guys go. I missed him. I lost him. 89, there he is. That's Tyler Brower.
I believe that's Connor Justice maybe at the other safety position.
Which number is it?
87, I think.
That'll be Connor Justice. Edwards takes the snap. Ball's on the ground. Now he's going to try to follow his blockers, make some Panthers miss, and he's up that near far sideline. He'll have a first down again for the Buffaloes to the 35-yard line.
I believe that's going to be Hayden Franklin checking in. I believe that's Miguel Brooks is checking out.
Looks like we'll have a change at quarterback for the Buffaloes as Edwards comes up a little gimpy on that far sideline.
He sure did. I figured it'd be hard to make him.
Should be number 3, I would believe, for the Buffaloes, and number 3 will be Jarrell Payne. Number 11 has checked back in Morris Johnson at tailback for the Buffaloes. 3 receivers near side. Body gets set. Payne takes it, gives it to Johnson on that far side, trying to find some room. He'll gain about 3, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, working that far right side. Was able to get it up for about a 2-3-yard, two-yard gain. It's going to be second down. Let's call it a long 7 for the Buffaloes at the 33 of the Panthers. Continue to get players checking in. Chase Eswin, number 53, has come in on the defensive line.
Hooter will check out. 2 minutes and counting here in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. There's a snap. Give to Johnson around this near side. Trey Birch gets his hands on him, then takes him down after a 1-yard gain. Bears towing third down upcoming for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Trey Birch was able to get him up high and pull him down for maybe a gain of a half a yard. Number 61, Blake Franklin, is checking in, so now you got the Franklin boys in there. Bennett Weems checks out. It's going to be third down and 7 for the Buffaloes at the 32 of the Panthers. The clock continues to melt away. It's 1:19 and counting here in the third quarter.
Shotgun formation, 1 receiver near side, 3 receivers setting a bunch to the far side. Now a man comes in motion. Payne calls for it. There's a snap. Give to number 1, Duncan. He's met in the backfield by Birch, and then a host of Panthers take him down for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, Birch got in there first, was able to wrap him up around the waist, and then a host of Panthers came in after that to make that stop. Looks like number 96, Siobhan Smith, is checked in. Hayden Franklin checks out.
Panther fans also want to take a moment to let you know that our highlight reel each week is brought to you by NELA Turf. Also be sure to check out our hype video brought to you by Ashley Storage. Both of those available at shspantherfootball.com. Payne gets him set, now calls for it. There's a snap. Looking for a shot. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. And it's going to be intercepted by the Panthers. That turnover brought to you by Case Experts and Aiden's Kicking for Cancer. Who came up with that?
I believe that was Tyler
Brower with the interception.
They tried to hit a little quick pass over the middle. Looked like Jack Henry Good was there to make the pop.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter. So we'll take the break. Be right back with fourth quarter action in just a moment.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
First and 10 for the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank. Carter Morris checks in at quarterback for the Panthers. Give straight ahead to Gavin Evans, and he'll have a Downs Law Firm. First down all the way up to the Panther 32-yard line.
Big run by Gavin Evans. We're going to try to get everybody in there. I know Nathan Tank Riordan is in at one tackle position. You've got number, Ben, I'm trying to see everybody.
32, Michael Douglas at tailback. I can't see any of those numbers on the inside. I would guess that's Bozeman at center. Michael Bozeman at center. We'll see the rest of those numbers as they become available, folks. Morris takes it, gives it straight ahead to Gavin. He's across the 35 up to the 34.
Working that middle right now. Good call. Michael Bozeman's out there. You got
52's Landon Taylor.
You got number 65. That's going to be Bryce Brooks.
Drew Whitlock also in the ball game at guard.
Yeah, you got Tanner Bostic and Nathan White in at the receivers.
Morris goes under center. I formation behind him. 2 receivers set to the near side. There's a snap. Quick give straight ahead to Gavin. He's across the 40 to the 41. Be a yard short, 3rd down upcoming.
Continuing to work that middle. Did you get Backshung in there?
I did not.
All right, Backshung is in at the tight end.
Number 81,
Peyton Robinson
just checked in. Absolutely.
So I think we just about got everybody. Mamas, if we miss somebody, that's on us, I suppose, but doing the best we can. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers at the 41.
There's a snap. Give again to Gavin. He'll have a Downs Law Firm 1st down across the 45 up to the 46.
And Ben, I believe you said, did you say Drew Whitlock was in?
I did.
Okay. I thought you did.
Also want to give a shout out to Sparks Nissan Kia for their sponsorship of our in-stadium TVs here in Panther Stadium. Also want to recognize first security title of Monroe and Mr. Mitch Houston, who sponsors our offensive and defensive players of the game each week. He feeds those guys a meal and gives them a T-shirt to wear for winning the player of the week each week, and that's been happening all season long. Special thank you to Mitch Houston and first security title of Monroe. Gavin Evans on – no, that's actually Michael Douglas on a big carry.
Yeah, that's a good run by Douglas, man. He just plowed it right ahead. Good job by Douglas. Kept his feet hopping there. It looks like Seth Deere is checked in, number 64. Somebody else did, Ben. Completely missed it.
There's a snap. Give straight ahead to Gavin. He pushes ahead for another Downs Law Firm. 1st down up to the 43-yard line.
I believe we had number 29, Nick Cooper, in. Now we're going to have number 38.
That's Layson Cope at wide receiver.
Somebody else checked in. I don't know who that was.
I think we're caught up at this point.
I think we are. I think we've done a pretty good job myself.
Did we get
Dawson Ferguson?
Dawson Ferguson.
That's who I was missing.
There we go. I was coming to help you. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Carter Morris goes under center. There's a snap. Give straight ahead to Gavin. He's across the 40 to the 39. Actually 38, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like Riordan's checking back in along with Bryce Brooks. Wholesale substitutions. Braden Pruitt is checked in, number 43.
Douglas is back in the ballgame at tailback.
Yes. I'm ready to see Carter Morris pull this and take it.
Also got Noah Crane at the wide receiver to the far side. There's a snap. Give straight ahead. Going to be close. I believe that's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it 1. 7.5 minutes and counting here in the 4th quarter. Panthers lead 37-0.
Looks like Nick Cooper checked back in. Michael Douglas is checking out.
There's a give to Gavin. He's in the open field. He'll have the 1st down and a little bit more as he gets the Panthers to the Ron Bush red zone.
Good job blocking up front. I mean, those guys are doing a great job. Cullen Barnett is checking in along with Brennan Hemphill.
You know, one of the things I want to point out real quickly, William, that's a lot of young guys in there, and Baker is putting a 9 right in the box to stop the run. And that young offensive line is still able to get a push and open up some lanes for that fullback.
It tells you what Larry Foster does. If he doesn't have you on the first team, he's going to teach you how to do the basics. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Panthers have it 1st down and 10 at the 20 of the Buffaloes with 6:40 left in this game.
There's a snap, toss back to number 15, Christian Mott. And he's down to the 8-yard line.
And I'm going to tell you what Mott just said. He said, "Dadgummit, I was running so fast, I overran myself. I thought he was going to score."
It's a nice run by the freshman, Christian Mott.
That was a great run. He just let his legs get out from under him. I thought he was going to score. Got it down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal for the Panthers. Carter Morris has come over to the sideline to get the play. Play clock's down to 15 seconds.
Panther fans, for those of you that are beginning to tune it out, we just want you to know next week your Panthers will head back to Farmerville, Louisiana to take on the number 3 rated Union Parish Farmers. And Panthers go victory formation. They will just take a knee. Maybe just settling for a field goal here, just trying to keep it.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. I mean, Coach Doty's not trying to add another score necessarily. He's going to take this play clock all the way down.
Yeah, there's one thing, and Coach and I have talked about this. You see a lot of scores around the state the last couple of weeks that were just outrageous. And Coach Doty and I talked about that. He said, man, you just know that at some point you're going to be on the other side of it, and so you want to respect your opponent. And that doesn't mean he won't score here. Maybe that was just the play was coming in late, and so they saw a way to take a knee, but not going to run it up and hang 70 points on somebody. No, Carter's going to be content just to take the knee, keep that clock running. But Panthers will take off. They're going to bring Aiden Parker on third down to attempt the field goal. And that's good. Get Aiden some live action snaps, and he's already made one 40-yarder tonight. This will be about a 27-yarder, William?
Be 27 yards, yep.
The Panthers, we do know the new playoff format, Union Parish had a bye this week, so it automatically set up a potential rematch. The Panthers come in, take care of business tonight, and we will make the trip back over to Union Parish next Friday night for a much-anticipated rematch. Those two teams are, let's see, it's up, and it is no good. Missed it just to the right. So 37-0, Panthers lead. Buffaloes will come back out first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. But we on that matchup next week, we went there back earlier in the season and lost by, was it 7 points, 8 points, something like that? And I can't even remember off the top of my head. One score, basically. And I really felt like we left some things on the field. So, Union Parish is a great club. It seems like every time that that we get together with them, man, it's just a get after it, leave it all on the field type ball game.
Well, I was thinking about this too. We've met them twice in the playoffs. Of course, they played them last year in the state championship game, won by 2 points, 26-24, and then we played them back in 2018, and I believe the final score, and this is off the top of my head, man, I think it was 13-6, I believe.
Sure, I don't remember.
I think that's what it was, a one-score game both times. So, it's always a shootout when we meet Union, particularly in the playoffs.
Shotgun formation. There's the snap through his arms. Ball's on the ground. I believe it's going to be recovered by the Panthers, and that's going to be a Case Experts, and Aiden's kicking for cancer turnover for that Panther defense.
Yeah, I believe that was number 57, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be Jeremy Mitchell that came through.
Nice job, young
line
man.
of scrimmage, yes. That ball just got away from the quarterback, and he was able to pounce.
I got to go back to something you just said, William, because it just hit me. Did you say 13-6 and then use the word shootout?
No. Anytime the Panthers and
is a shootout?
The
most points scored is 26, isn't there? 29. I'm trying to understand.
What I'm talking about is it's never going to be a blowout. I mean, it's
not a shootout.
It's just I'm not referring to an offensive blitzkrieg. Heck, have you ever seen Union?
That's why I was trying to figure out
Sterlington be a shootout?
You said it. I was just trying to clarify.
Well, at least I said shootout and not something else. Hey, where's your little bleeper right there?
You took it too far. I don't think that was even on the feed.
No.
2 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. Again, fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank.
Thinking back over it,
we do bad with dead airtime.
Like we really
get
do.
In trouble.
We really do. I mean, if you want to get a comedy act going, we can go on the road. A lot of people listen to say, "Are y'all nuts?" Yeah, by about this time of the game, you're past your bedtime, and I got to go wash laundry.
It's only 7:40. It's only 7:40. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Heath pulled up the score. It was actually 13-12, William.
13-12. Okay, fine.
It was a shootout. It was 4 touchdowns scored that ball game.
For us, that is. Now, I think the most points scored by either team was probably the first year we played Union before Trey Holly came along, and it was. I think we beat them pretty soundly that first year.
Yeah.
But ever since then, it's been.
1 minute and counting here as the Panther offense takes their time. Go ahead, William. I was just trying to know where we're at.
No, I was trying to think. Let's see. Here's dead air time. Fill it.
I formation for Carter Morris. Panthers just take another knee. So it will bring up a fourth down.
I'm trying to do my math here, Ben. We started playing Union in 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's 5 regular season games, and this will be the 3rd playoff game. So we played them 8 times in that 5-year period. I believe that's right. And, you know, Trey Holly's been involved in all but one of those.
And that will be – actually, wait, what just happened? Oh, that will do it, folks. That's going to be the final from Sterlington tonight. Panthers 37, Baker 0, setting up the rematch with Union Parish next Friday night. And looks like Amanda's trying to make her way.
I believe we got our live feed from the field.
Yep. Amanda's making her way out. Grab Coach Doty real quickly. Panther fans, while we wait on her to grab Coach Doty, I want to remind you that basketball season starts next week for our boys and girls at home, 6 o'clock versus Weston. And then Tuesday at home versus West Ouachita. That's JV starting at 4. All that's across. I can't talk over that. That's too loud. All that's coming through her phone. That's fine. It's coming through my headphones. Yeah, that was. I'm not focused enough to have all this extra stuff. All right, Amanda's got Coach Doty. Let's send it down to her.
A lot of the younger guys got to play tonight.
Well, I mean, we did what we had to do tonight, and you know, we're excited about young guys getting to play, and you know, just a lot of good positive things. Always good, you know. You don't win the first round, you don't go to the second one. So, great win for the Panthers.
That's right. Next week it's going to be a dogfight, but as we spoke earlier this week, you're ready.
Yeah, we'll be ready to go. They'll be ready to go. It's going to be a huge crowd over at Union Parish. You know, this is what playoff football is about next week. You know, usually this game is later in the playoffs, but it is what it is, you know. So we'll get ready to go. They'll be ready to go, and we'll get after each other for sure. Thanks, and everybody. Hey, great crowd tonight, considering rain. Go Panthers.
That's right. It was a great crowd tonight, especially with this rain. It's not been easy, but thanks to William and Dan for up there keeping us dry and having a great podcast. Back to you, boys.
All right. Well, you heard from Coach Doty. Job well done. Took care of business. Now you get ready to head to Union Parish next week. So, folks, great night for the Panthers. Finished early. You got time to kick your feet up and enjoy the rest of your evening and a good weekend. And get ready for –
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has weight.
Thank you right now to Empire Media for their making it happen week in and week out for Panther broadcast football. So I want to say thank you to Empire Media, Miss Amanda Lyon, and all her team, and the great job they do week in and week out. And also want to again say thank you to Ashley Storage for that post-game interview with Coach Doty. Panther fans, I'm Ben Hackler. William, any final thoughts?
No, just, hey, good. This was a good game tonight. Took care of business like Coach Doty said. No injuries. You know, gave everybody a chance to kind of keep themselves loose. Of course, all the focus shift to the next game against Union, a familiar foe. And look, everybody, Ben and I know it's neat to sit home and watch this on TV, but
next week you don't want to sit home.
You don't want to sit home. You want to go to Union and get behind these Panthers, and it's going to be a lively environment.
And I will say this, Panther fans, watch social media, because I would expect, knowing that next week is going to be a great crowd over in Farmerville, I would expect pre-sale tickets at some point. So watch the Panther football Facebook page, the Quarterback Club Facebook page, and we'll get you that information as soon as it's available and let you know how you can purchase tickets and be a part of that great environment next Friday night as the Panthers take on the Union Parish Farmers once again. Well, folks, I'm Ben Hackler for William Handy, Chris Sturdivant, Miss Amanda Lyon, and all the team at Empire. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.